Vocab words. Before we dive into your anchor text, the ever-living trees, you need to know some of these words that you are going to encounter in your story. You'll know they're a vocabulary word because they'll be highlighted in yellow, just like on the context cards. All right. As always, which I guess has only been a couple of weeks with you guys, but with everyone else, I do the same thing. I'd like you to read the blue word with me on the with that's above the picture, and then read the sentence with me too, okay, for each vocab word. Then I will tell you what it means, and then I'm going to ask you the think about it question and the talk it over section. And at those points, I want you to pause the video after think about it and then answer the question with your learning adult, and then come back, listen to the talk it over section, and pause your video and talk it over with your learning adult before going on to the next vocab word. All right, so read it with me. Resources. Trees and forests are among the Earth's valuable resources or supplies. Resources are an available supply of something that can be used when needed. Which resources are most important in your life and why? Discuss these questions with your learning adult. Why is it important to protect natural resources such as air and water? And what can you do to use fewer of the Earth's resources? Read with me. Dense. Roots grow from a banyan tree's branches like a thick, dense forest. Something that is dense has its parts packed together closely. Where and when might you see dense traffic? Using the table below, decide which of these things is usually dense. Evaporate. The broad leaves of some trees let water evaporate easily into the air. When liquids evaporate, they become gases. From what you've observed, does water evaporate more quickly on a hot day or on a very cold day? Read each sentence and make sure to put in the word evaporate where it makes sense. And then make sure to check them with your learning adult. See if they agree with you. Shallow. Some trees have shallow roots. The roots don't go deep into the ground. If something is shallow, then it's not deep. Would you rather swim in a body of water that is shallow or deep, and why? Put the phrases in the box in order from most shallow to least shallow. Moisture. Over half the world's species live in the rainforests, helped by the moisture or wetness. Tiny drops of water in the air or on a surface are moisture. Do you like to feel moisture on your face? Why or why not? Read each item and decide whether it is a form of moisture. Civilized. Most civilized or advanced cities set aside places for trees to grow. A civilized society is advanced and has reasonable laws. What is civilized about the society you live in? And what's not civilized? Explain your answer to your learning adult. Work with your learning adult to make a Venn diagram like the one below. In one circle, list something that's part of a civilized society. In the other circle, list something that is part of a society that's not civilized. In the center, where the circles overlap, list things that could be found in both societies. Continent. The continent of North America has the world's tallest trees, coast redwoods. A continent is one of the main land masses of Earth. Which continent would you most like to visit or explore, and why? Read each sentence and decide whether it uses continent correctly. Opportunities. A forest offers many opportunities or chances for a career or volunteer work. Opportunities are chances for a person to do something. What opportunities have you had to learn things outside of school? Think about the kinds of opportunities you would take advantage of if they were offered to you. Look at the chart below. Think of opportunities not listed on the chart and compare and discuss your answers with your learning adult at home. Customs. Some human customs, such as the practice of clearing trees, are ruining many forests. The common ways of behaving in a society are called customs. Which family customs do you most enjoy, and why? Read each sentence and decide whether it uses customs correctly. Here's our last word. Read with me. Independent. People cannot be independent from trees. We need the oxygen that trees provide. If you are dependent of something that you don't rely on that thing. Do you prefer to work on independent projects or projects that rely on the teacher's involvement, and why? Read the sentences below and decide which describe independent behavior.